As we begin our practice today, I invite you to bring your knees in towards your chest. Maybe wrap your arms around your legs. And just begin to rock side to side in a calming action, in a way that directly connects you to the down-regulating aspect of your central nervous system. Rocking can settle us from whatever is stirring. Maybe tune in to what is stirring in you. Is it the thoughts in your mind? Is it a felt sense in your body? When you're ready, make your way to supine bound angle. Butterfly your knees wide, bring your feet together to touch. Maybe rest one hand to your heart and the other to your belly. Finding some deep belly breaths here as you breathe in and out of the nose. We'll begin our practice with this blessing by Jan Richardson. To all that is chaotic in you, let there come silence. Let there be a calming of the clamoring, a stilling of the voices that have laid their claim on you, that have made their home in you, that go with you even to the holy places, but will not let you rest, will not let you hear your life with wholeness or feel the grace that fashioned you. Let what distracts you cease. Let what divides you cease. Let there come an end to what diminishes and demeans, and let depart all that keeps you in its cage. Let there be an opening into the quiet that lies beneath the chaos, where you find the peace you did not think possible, and see what shimmers within the storm. So, God of order and never chaos, help us to turn our attention towards your presence with us. In Psalm 62, we rest in just a moment of quiet and say, for God alone, my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation, my defense and my fortress. I shall not be greatly moved. Amen. Extend your legs long and reach the arms overhead. Interlace your hands and press your palms, maybe point and flex the toes. Breathe into the wrists, the forearms, what feels tight as you lengthen through the side body. Then allow your right knee to come in towards the chest, give it a tug, and then go a little wider to the outside of your right rib cage. On the exhale breath, guide your knee to the left side of your space in supine twist and look over the right hand. Find a deep breath in and a slow, deep exhale. Come back to center with one more tug of right knee to chest. And then change sides. Left knee comes into chest, right heel extends long on the mat in front of you. And take the knee a little wider. Feel into the compression to the left side and through the hip. Right hand guides the knee to the right side of your space. Look left as you extend your left arm wide. Then again, breathing into the left side body. And a slow, deep exhale. So you're ready, knees come back in towards the chest. Lift your forehead up towards the knees and round through the spine. See if you can lift the shoulders, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Feel the opening through the back of your neck. On an inhale breath, extend arms and legs long. And on the exhale, curl to a ball. Bringing some awareness to the center of our bodies. Exhale, curl. If it's too much, lift the legs a little bit higher. If it's not enough, hover the legs as you extend the arms. Exhaling as you curl. Inhale as you lengthen. Two more. Deep exhale. Inhale. And knees come back to your chest. Rock and roll to a seat and place your forearms to the ground, stacking your shoulders over the elbows, fingertips forward. Draw your shins to tabletop. As you're ready, begin to work into a little can-can, we call it. Knees move left and then right, back to the left side with extension. Press through the toes in your feet. And then draw the heels in again. We go right and left, back to right, and extend. Keep moving at a really intentional pace today. This intentional pace is creating mindfulness in the way we extend and feel every part of the body. It's the way we move emotions through our body, slowly, intentionally. Keep going, one more each side. Left, move right. Keep lifting up through the heart space. Extend, and then take it right. Left to the right. Extend your legs and bring it back. Nice. Come up to a seat now. Extend one arm long and the opposite hand in a half bind behind you. Sit up tall, lining your ears over your shoulders, over your hips, and slowly lean towards the extended arm. Then sweep the back hand up and over, reaching towards the same side, expanding through the rib cage. Slowly come back, extending your left arm wide, right hand behind you in a half bind, and then move away from the extended arm, right ear to right shoulder, wherever you are. Release the half bind, reach up and over. And come back to center. Hands to your knees, just begin to find some circles. Forward and back, getting into the hips a little bit. Noticing how as we slow, we come into a better pace, switching sides. One where we're walking with God, God with us, and not getting ahead of God in our projections, in our fears, and our anxieties. Hands to the knees, lift your heart up high, gaze high. And on the exhale, around through the spine, chin to chest. Do that 2 more times. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat back. 1 more. Sit up tall, fingertips behind you. If it's available, send the hips forward, knees down. Otherwise, stay here and just lift upward through your heart, your gaze, expanding through your heart space. And then slowly let it go. Make your way to table for some barrel rolls. Starting in cat, begin to think of the double Dutch as you come down through cow and up, like the jump rope, moving through the center of the body and as stable as you can make the hips and your head in this position. Make the action move through the center of the body. Switch sides. Beautiful. Extend the legs out behind you into a high plank. And then slowly lift your hips to downward facing dog. Together, breathe in and lift your heels up high. Exhale, lower the heels towards the ground. Holding our downward facing dog, let's find a breath prayer. You are my rock. You steady me. Inhale, you are my rock. You steady me. 1 more on your own. As you're ready, look to your hands, tiptoe forward to the top of your space, hands to shins or even to a block, and exhale, bow forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Halfway lift to forward fold. Accommodating this practice to work for your body today. Bend the knees as much as you need to. On the next one, long spine, rise all the way up to mountain pose. And on the exhale, sweep the hands towards the floor into airplane armchair, and then sweep back up into a gentle back bend. Come back to mountain and do it again. Sweep the floor, weight in the heels of the feet, sweep up into a gentle back bend, and then back to mountain. Big breath, 1 more, exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. This time, hands in prayer. And just feel the steadiness. Big toe, pinky toe, center of the heel, lift up from the arch. Feel the rooting down, the rising up, the spaciousness of the center of your body, the length through your spine. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, step back to a high plank. Lift your hips to downward facing dog. Lower the knees for table and move into a cow shape with the chin lifted. Then exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. See if you can feel the articulation of the spine moving through that a couple more times. Lowering the knees, Cow. Exhale, use the knitting of the ribs to move you to down dog. One more time through, cow to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip, guiding your right heel towards your left shoulder. Evenly press your armpits towards the back of the mat. Maybe bring a soft bend to your left knee, melt your chest towards your left thigh. Then extend your leg, point your right hip bone down, and on the exhale, step forward, right foot. Lower the left knee to the ground. Arms reach up overhead into a kneeling crescent. Keep the back toes curled under, the inner thighs hugging towards one another, and draw your hands to prayer, revolve to the right side of your space. Option to lift the back knee for revolve crescent lunge. Fire up your back leg, lengthen through the crown of your head. Breathe and feel the stability of this shape for 3, 2, and 1. Frame your front foot, straighten the front leg, and just begin to bend and straighten here. Maybe flex your toes. Step your left foot forward to meet the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Sit low into chair pose. And on the exhale, sweep the floor and then open up into an airplane chair variation, chair plane, in other words. Send your gaze to the floor in front of you. Lift your pinky fingers up. Then guide your right knee in towards your chest. Pick up your right foot. Feel the balance in the left leg. Take a low fly airplane. Squeezing, retracting the shoulder blades. Spread energy through the fingers, through the toes. Come alive in this steady variation of airplane. You're here for 3 or 2. Back to chair. Drop your seat, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. 3 times through, cow to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Last one. Lift your left leg up and back, down dog kick. Bend your knee and open the hip on this side. Once again, hug your upper arm bones in and see if you can melt your chest towards your right thigh a little bit more. Notice where you feel the sensation. Let the breath move fluidly. Good, then lift your left leg up and back. And on the exhale, step left foot forward into a lunge. Lower the back knee. Arms reach up overhead, back toes stay curled under. Think about taking some of the pressure off your right knee by hugging in and lifting up and out of the waistband. Bring your hands to prayer. Lengthen forward, revolve left with the option to pick up the back knee. Remember, this is your practice. Make it feel good in your body today. Make it feel like worship. Frame your front foot, lower the hands, bend and straighten through the front leg. When you're ready, the right foot steps forward to meet the left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to chair. And sweep the floor, get really low, and take the hands back into chair plane. Lift your chin just a little bit. Maybe pick up all 10 toes for a moment. With weight in your right foot, lift the left knee, hovering left foot off the mat. And then slowly begin to play with a low fly airplane on this side. Make steadiness your priority. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Get low, arms reach up overhead. This time we sweep all the way down and then all the way up with a back bend. Inhale to mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time through, you get to choose chaturanga, maybe cobra, maybe up dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Coming back to your breath. For God alone, my soul waits in silence. In him comes my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation, my defense and my fortress. I shall not be greatly moved. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Down dog kick. Bend your knee and open your hip. And this time, guide your right knee wide. Keep the knee bent. Start to shift the weight forward through plank into a wide step lizard shape. Lower your left knee to the ground and sweep your right hand up and back. Option to maybe reach for the back foot. You choose. Then swim your right hand up and over and take a walk towards wide leg forward fold. Cross at the arms and reach for either the outside of your thighs or even your calves. Start by lifting and lowering, nodding the head yes and no. Can you shift your weight forward just a little bit, stacking hips over heels? Then relax your head. Get heavy. Plant your right hand, root it down to the ground, lift your left arm up in a twist. And then slowly turn your left toes wide and begin to lunge into Skandasana or ninja pose. Any variation of knee flexion works. Notice if you're hanging out in the hypermobility of your body, really hug in heel to heel and maybe begin to turn your heart forward and gaze upward. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Come up to a halfway lift, point both feet forward. Exhale, bow down. Rise all the way up to star and then into warrior 2. Extend your arms wide. Maybe turn your palms upward. As the chaos begins to recede, what promise can you stand in today? Comes to mind. Reverse warrior, reach back. Expand through the right side body. And on the exhale breath, straighten your front leg, just to the degree it feels good. And you can stay here, halfway to triangle, begin to work your way into triangle. Keep dragging your heels in towards one another. Feel the upward lifting action. And bend the front knee, reverse warrior once again. Exhale your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend the knee and open your hip on the left side. Keeping the left knee bent, begin to guide it forward towards the left elbow. Shift your weight forward through plank, then step to lizard. Practice what you did on the other side. See if you can find freedom in whatever shape you choose. Good. Slowly release. Take a walk over your right shoulder this time. Opposite hand on top and pull down into a big wide leg forward fold. Then take the hands behind you into chest expansion if it's available. And then lower the hands to the ground. Left hand plants, right arm high. And exhale, fold forward. Turn your back toes and lunge into the opposite side. So once again, turn on the muscles in the underleg. Maybe turn on the quadricep. Then come back, pivot your feet and rise all the way up to star into warrior two, facing the front. Palms face up. Maybe even close your eyes this time and feel the rootedness of your foundation. You are my rock. You steady me. Reverse warrior. Reach back. Sink lower. Feel the expansion. Breathe into the left side. And then slowly begin to straighten the leg and play with moving towards triangle. You get to choose how far. Bend your knee, reach back, reverse. Take a deep exhale breath. Meet me in down dog, your way. At the bottom of your next exhale, look to your hands, tiptoe forward to the top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. To chair pose. Into airplane arms. Pick up your right foot into a low fly airplane. Send your right toes back. Stay here, or maybe bring your hands into prayer. Maybe work your way into an open hip half moon Bringing a block beneath your left hand, expand. Bring a soft bend to your balancing leg knee, then slowly release. Come back to chair. Airplane the arms. Lift your left leg. Keep squeezing the backside. Find the up dog in the chest in this low fly airplane. And then maybe reach for the block. Hands in prayer, or root your right hand down. Begin to fill in with rib draw, lengthening and strengthening through the center of the body. Hips open to half moon for 5, 4, 3, 2. Soft bend in the knee, then transition left foot forward. Halfway lift, heel toe your feet wide on a block or with the seat to the ground, towards the ground, broad. For God alone, my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation, my defense and my fortress. I shall not be greatly moved. Slowly lower your seat, bring your feet forward. 2 options, opposite hand, opposite shoulder, or eagle wrap, okay? Lift your elbows up, lean back just a little bit, and draw your elbows in towards the chest. Maybe cross one ankle on top of the other, and just begin to lean back, exhale, crunch. Good, you've got 5 of these. Other great options, hands here, legs grounded. It's good for 3, 2, last one. Come into a cross-legged seat, simple seat, and find a twist. Opposite direction. One more side. Left arm, opposite hand, opposite shoulder, or under. Layer 1, layer 2, 3. You get to choose. Elbows in, and then pulse it out for 5, 4. Great job, you guys. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. This time come into a 90-90 with the right knee forward. Your shin will be where it is, right? Not always parallel to the mat. As you're ready, take your left arm and begin to walk it to the right side of your space. If you're able to, come onto the forearms. Find the gentle twist, but definitely the opening through the outside of the left hip. If it's too much, you can always come on your back for a recline pigeon or prop up onto a block. Walk your hands up, change to the back of your mat. That's a little mobility drill, by the way. And then take your hands in the opposite direction towards the right side with the left knee forward. Walk the hands back. If you're able to, bring your hands to prayer and just begin to rotate. If it's too much, find another way to move. Maybe you begin to lift as you rotate towards either side of your mat. If that's too much, again, come onto your back. Maybe you start traveling like I am. Good, one more each side. And release. Beautiful, extend. Come onto your back, bring your knees in towards your chest. If you have a block, you can place it between the inner thighs. The knees stack directly over the hips, arms reach up overhead. Let's find some spinal articulation. Start by lifting the tail, the low back, the upper back, and then press your palms forward. Moving into some bridge breaths, upper, middle, lower, tapping down one vertebra at a time. And then lower, middle, upper, hips lift. Squeezing the block for adduction, strengthening some of the weaker parts of the hip complex. Really connecting your body to breath here. The breath of life moving in and through you. The Holy Spirit pulsing through your veins. One more time. And slowly release. Knees can fall together in a constructive bridge, or you can work your way into final Shavasana. Please honor any additional shapes your body's taking you into before you find rest. And just notice that opening into the quiet that lies beneath the chaos, where you find the peace you didn't think possible and see what shimmers within the storm. I'm going to close us with a prayer, but I want you to stay in that place of silence today after our prayer, as long as you need. The silence, it reminds us who we are, whose we are. And please take as much of it as you need. Dear Father, living in uncertain times, you are a certain God. Seeing turmoil all around us, you are the peace within us. Give us the shoes of peace to walk with you today. And though the world says the future seems dim, you are the light that illuminates our path forward. The light that darkness cannot overcome. May we remember the high cost that was paid to live in a nation under God. May we not be fractured by politics or pettiness, but stand together, ready to face the challenges of our future. May we graciously live within the freedom and liberty endowed to us by our Creator, and may we seek justice for all, no matter their race, their color, or anything that differentiates them from us. In you, God, we trust to heal the wounds of our past. Give us strength to endure the trials of today. and provide guidance to live together in a more peaceful tomorrow. May your word direct us, your promises keep us, your power protect us, and your purpose restore us. May your courage propel us. May love define us, humility constrain us, and faith unite us. Be with us. Be with our country. Be with our world. Amen.